Great. So representatives, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Chair, vice chairs, members of the committee. I'm Alyssa Keny-Guyer. I represent House District 46, parts of Southeast and Northeast Portland. More importantly for this role, this bill here, or resolution, I chair the Human Services and Housing Committee, and have really in that capacity been working with my colleagues on the committee to figure out how to get out of the housing crisis. So we've done a number of things, often in partnership with your committee. It's been a pleasure. And one of the things that has come up is as we try to get more creative with financing and look at bonding packages, that the Constitution that was written over 100 years ago put a lot of restrictions in place on bonding for capital construction. Originally, a lot of what is in the Constitution was really meant for things like firehouses that are publicly owned. So when it comes to affordable housing, there are restrictions that are currently in the Constitution. For instance, there needs to be public ownership of it that really limits the way that we can encourage private enterprise to help us. And we know there's not enough money in the public sector to try to meet the need of affordable housing. We really need to do everything we can to activate the private sector. So this idea came forward to us that we should send a ballot, a referral to the ballot in November 2018 to amend the Constitution to make bonding for affordable housing more flexible. So we had, I'm just going to speak to the process more than the content. We thoroughly vetted this. We focused on this in our September hearings, our November hearings, and our January hearings. And during that time, I asked for 2 volunteers from our Human Services Committee to step forward and get into the weeds on this with the stakeholders. And Representative Neerman and Representative Meek, who I'm hoping can show up here, worked on that and really dug into the weeds. And I think people may know that Representative Neerman in particular is really a watchdog for process, having good process and making sure that things are thoroughly vetted, and he certainly carried that accountability lens to this particular to this resolution. Mark Meek has been involved in housing efforts for a long time as a realtor, and so really brought the lens of how do we get a bigger supply out there, and this combination has resulted in a fantastic package that was unanimously passed by our committee as well as by the full House. And so I have every confidence that we've done what we need to do to make sure that we've lifted the restrictions so that we can really have the private market step in and have less shackles in them as they try to help us out with the housing crisis. So I actually have to leave. I have 2 bills in the next committee, but I just want to really thank Representative Neerman and Representative Meek, as well as all the stakeholders, the bond attorneys, the bond counsel. There have been so many eyes that have looked at this. So I am very confident that we've gotten it right, and we have full support from the House as it comes over here.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.